Here is our Thanksgiving on the European model if I were to go to Thanksgiving evening. And again, 264 hours out, so take this with a grain of salt. Although all the global models are starting to see a similar pattern. Not this playing out the exact same way, but a similar pattern with a storm system moving into the northwest right around Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving. And they all see a strong winter storm trying to form up over the Rockies and then move up through the plains and potentially towards the Midwest. So they all see that kind of concept, and I'll show you that here on the GFS in a second. I mean, look at that. Thanksgiving evening on the Euro, we move forward in time. I mean, you would probably call this a blizzard. We have a 983 millibar low, strong low pressure system. Obviously, we have that warm front out into the east, and then all that cold air being pulled in from behind the system here up from Canada. That Arctic air is trying to sink in and dump snow behind this, and you would have some pretty strong winds back here with this system if it played out like this. And then we get out towards the 29th and 30th, and it's really hard to tell what's going to happen here, but this would be monster lake effect snow. Monster lake effect snow if this pulled out. But again, 360 hours out. We're going to wait a little bit on that, guys. And by the way, these winter storm systems would come with a lot of cold air. I mean, take a look at the GFS as we move into December. We're talking about air that's 20 to 30 degrees below average for the end of November and the beginning of December. And believe it or not, the Euro is even more aggressive with this cold air. But our Euro model thinks we could be baking Thanksgiving evening for the plains and out east with this cold air beginning to push in. This is what I talked about 3 or 4 videos ago when I said the timing of this is going to be very important, because you usually do get very hot right before a cold front pushes through. All that heat builds up ahead of that frontal boundary. Or if this storm system speeds up, if this pattern speeds up, maybe that cold air has already pushed into the plains and out east for Thanksgiving time. I can kind of get on board with what the Europeans seeing here, where we have this pattern flip the 28th or 29th, and that's when the real cold air sinks in, and that's when we see our winter storm tracks starting to activate.